Yes, I did.
Okay, so any queries so far?
Um, no, 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 I'm good. I'm good.
Not, right? Okay. So basically, we will proceed with more basic features. Okay. So we discussed these three signs at the top of
Yes,
each and every visual, small multiples, tooltip, how to edit a tooltip, right? And then the various variety of visuals in one category, like various bar charts, various slicer I asked you to practice. And then
yes,
there are these three sections. This is what we discussed, and three level of filters also we discussed, right?
yes.
Okay, so for example, I am creating this fourth visual or any visual you can take just to understand this concept. And I am taking order date and sales. This time I am getting more options here, right?
Mm.
Earlier we just had three. Now we are able to see more options here. These things. Can you see these?
Yep.
Right? So the functionality of these is same. What is this? So basically, if I put my cursor here, it says click to turn on drill down. So I will talk about it later. Let's talk about this third symbol. Go to the next level in the hierarchy, right? So if I'm clicking on this, from the years, I'm going to quarters. Did you notice?
Mm-hmm.
Like the quarter one of all the years in the data set, not a single year. If you want to see quarter one for a single year, you can have a slicer and then you can select one particular year from that, right?
Yes.
If I'm going a level down again, I am at months. If I'm going one level down again, I am at days, which is the last. After this, there is no further drill down. Why? Because in the hierarchy, we have the information like that year, quarter, month, and day, and after day, we do not have anything else, right?
Yep.
And this is the arrow to come back. So basically, you clear with this, you clear with this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And why we got these functionalities this time now in this visual? Because in the input, we have supplied the entire hierarchy. If I am removing day, month, and quarter, just keeping the year, I will not be offered these features. Because in the input, there is no scope to drill down. Understood how it works, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then what is it? Basically, click to turn on drill down. What if I want to just go ahead only with 2016 further? I want to go into the details of 2016. If I'm clicking on 2016, nothing is happening, right? But
Mm-hmm.
in case I am turning it on, what is the name? Click to turn on drill down. I have turned it on. Now when I'm clicking on 2016, it is only drilling down 2016. Did you notice
Uh,
things like this?
yes, I did. Yep.
Right? If I am double clicking September 2016, it will go into the September detail. So
Yep.
basically, this is the option to drill down a particular data point, not the entire visual. Understood the difference between drill down entire visual and a
Yep.
data point, right?
Yep. Yes.
Okay, so this is that. If you're turning it off, again, you would be back. Like it has been turned off. Now, if you are clicking on quarter three, nothing is happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what is it? Expand all down one level in the hierarchy. So basically, it's going to break your data, all the data, one level down in the hierarchy. Like if I'm coming up, what is it? We have years, right? If
True.
I'm clicking on this, I have years, then each and every quarter with year. 2014, quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four. 2015, quarter one. If I'm clicking on it again, then I got it for every year month wise, basically. So drilling down everything together. This is the sign for that,
Okay.
right? So basically, this is drill down, right? What else? Now the question is, this was the hierarchy which I already got, like by default. When I imported the database, the date hierarchy I got by default, right? We did not do anything,
Yes.
correct? Can we create our own hierarchy? This is the question. Yes, we can, but it should be a sensible hierarchy. Like for example, if I am taking employee name, below employee name, I have their country, under country, I have their, city, and
Mm-hmm.
under city, I have something else. It is not making any sense, right? It should be
Yeah.
a sensible hierarchy. Like we can, in this data set, we can create one hierarchy where we have country, then we have state, then we have city, and all that. That can be done. So how to create a customized hierarchy? So I'm going to the country. In front of each and every column, we have three dots. So in front of country, I'm clicking here and I'm clicking on create a hierarchy. So country hierarchy has been created, but as of now, it is blank. It only has country column because I have not added any other column. Now I am going to state and I am saying add to hierarchy. Which hierarchy? Country hierarchy. So it is state has been added. Then I am going to city. I am saying add it to the hierarchy. Which hierarchy? Country hierarchy. Now I have a hierarchy, proper country hierarchy, country, state, and city. Now in this visual, if instead of order date, I am taking this hierarchy, I am still getting these options. So the database has single country, so it is only showing US. When I'm going down, it is showing me all the states. When I'm going down, it is showing me all the cities,
Nice.
right? So you can create
Yep.
your own hierarchies as well. Understood how it
Yep.
works?
Yep.
Okay. There is one visual, this one, Q&A, right? Now you will notice as soon as I clicked on it, there are no three sections, fields, format, analytics. I do not have them, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a very, very common section. Why? And here you can read, ask a question about your data. What is it? So if I am writing here sales by segment, it is showing me sales by segment, right? So basically you can write down any question here and it's going to create a visual for you using artificial intelligence,
Wow.
right? But it is not, it has not been plotted. It's in air. हवा में है ये. If you are removing the question, it will go. And by default, it will always create bar chart. So if you want to create, for example, a pie chart, so you have to write as pie chart. It will give you a pie chart. And for example, what is the purpose of this visual? What do you think?
It makes easier. It's on like let's say the live reporting is going with your stakeholders. You can do this.
Yes. So basically, you know what? You can take the insights into the data very, very easily, quickly.
Yeah,
You don't need
quickly.
to plot each and every visual. Wherever you think that this is a visual which you need to include in your report, straight away you can click here. Can you see this symbol?
Yeah.
Turn this Q&A result into a standard visual. As soon as you will click on that, it will be plotted. Now, can you see the three sections?
Yep. So I
So
can edit
whichever
now.
visual you like, you can straight away plot from there.
Nice.
Then again, go to Q&A and write something else. Like for example, this time I'm writing here top 5 customers by sales. It has given me my top 5 customers by sales. See, so it understands top 5 as well, right?
Wow. Yeah.
And if you go to this second icon, this setting icon, here you would be getting this visuals video. You can watch this video and whatever are the features of this particular visual, you can get all here in this video. So
Okay.
watch this when you practice,
Sure.
right? So this is very interesting. This is for very, very quick analysis and for the people who are new to analytics and wants to understand data very, very quickly without investing much time in, plotting each and every visual and then deciding what to retain, what not to retain for the final report. So this is a
Yep.
very, very helpful visual, right? And
Yep.
moreover, Mitul, this visual is available on the dashboard as well. So when I would be covering the cloud, I will show it to you there. Like you created a dashboard, you shared your dashboard with your manager, and your manager on the dashboard can use this visual. If he
All
has
right.
some question on your dashboard and you are not available, so he can use this visual and get the answers, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Now talk about one more thing. Like we have one more thing. So when we fix the data, right? When we fix the schemas and everything and came here, have I told you about data category? Data
Oh yes,
category,
you did. Yeah, you did.
right? So basically, I need to define my locations, right? So if I'm going to city in the data category, I need to select city. It will add a globe symbol here. It means now I have told to Power BI engine that this is a location, right? because
Hmm.
Power BI engine works with sign language. Like these submissions means numerical values. Where there is no sign, it means they are textual values. Whenever we have calendar, it means we have dates. Understood?
Yep.
Right? So same way, I will click on country and I will select country. I will click on state and I will select state. Region I do not have. Postal code, I will select postal code. Right? So these are called data categories, and we really need to define our locations in Power BI. If you're not going to define it, otherwise also you will get the results, but then sometimes you might not get the results. So make sure that you are doing it so that whatever results you are getting, they are foolproof, error free. Right?
Yep.
So we have another visual with the name map. So whenever we are creating any map, we need location, right? So for example, I want to show state and their respective sales. So now it has plotted the sales of each and every state in form of bubble, right?
Hmm.
So every bubble is representing a state. This is California and this is the sale. Then we have New York sales. Then we have
Oh.
Montana sales and all that, right? So there is a very, very prominent reading in this. Can you notice something here?
Yeah, when there's a big cells, there's a big circles, big round, and the small less cells, they has a
So that is the
small.
logic behind this visual. Like the size of the bubble will be decided on the basis of the sales in that particular state, right? But
Yes.
apart from that, there is some insight in this. And what is that insight? Can you guess?
So when you cursor over to any of the bubble, you see the report. You
Come
see
again?
that some when you take a cursor nearby bubble, you can see that you can see some kind of sales and the
That's
state
okay.
name.
So that is a tool tip which we discussed in the last class, and that is available for each and
Okay.
every visual. So
Every
nothing
visual.
new with
Okay.
that, right?
All right.
So
Okay.
basically, if you notice, we have three bigger bubbles: California, New York, and Texas,
Okay.
and rest all the bubbles are looking of the same size.
Yes. Okay.
Right? So, for
Yep.
example, you are a manager of this store, not the manager, you are the owner, for example, and you get such kind of insights. What will you say? You will think that, I am earning much uh, good enough money from California, Texas, and New York, and rest of the stores are not performing well. They are giving me very, very less sales. So, let's shut them down, probably, or some other call you will be taking, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as per you, these three states are fairly good, and rest are all same. This is what you
Yes.
will understand, right?
Okay.
Right? Or
Yep.
anything else coming to your mind? Please share with me. Anything else you can think about it?
Yeah, other than that, if we don't see the bubble in some other states, for example, Wyoming, we can think about to start something new over there,
Mm-hmm.
to try a new idea, to new
Right.
store, open new store, something like
Yes.
that.
Yes.
So,
But the bottom line is the
yep,
states with the small bubbles are not performing well. That is the bottom
yep,
line. And after that, we
yep,
can take any kind of decision, right?
true.
But
Yep.
now take an example. Now, for example, in a class, there are 30 students, right? Two students are extremely well, like they always score 100 out of 100. But rest of the 28 students also very good and they score like 93, 94 out of 100.
Mm,
And if you plot that data here, the situation would be the same, right? Like these
yes.
small bubbles are your 28 students and these big bubbles are your those two students, right?
Yep.
Then what's wrong with those 28 students? They are performing well. It's just that their performance did not get highlight on the visual because of those two students, right?
Mm,
So what if I right click on New York and I say exclude, I right click on Texas and I say exclude, and I right click on California and I say exclude? Better? So basically those three states are outliers. And to actually look into the correct insight, we have to make them out. We have to exclude them. Now probably you would be making different business decisions which you were planning earlier, right?
mm-hmm.
So in Power BI or anywhere, any tool, whenever you are creating the visual, your job is not ending there. You have to work on the inside part as well. That what message it is actually conveying. That is also important. Understood what I'm trying to say?
Yep.
And those three excluded states are here, which have come in this filter section. Whenever you want them back, you can cross the this, and they would be back in your visual. But this is
Okay.
how you need to show the correct situation to the stakeholders,
Okay.
right? Okay, so let's talk about conditional formatting part as well. So basically, when we go to format section, here in data colors, when we go, we have this FX, right?
Mm-hmm.
Click on this, it will open up conditional formatting section for you. We have three kinds of conditional formatting here. Gradient, which I would be using right away on this map. Rules like when your value is greater than 0, show me in green color. When the value is less than 0, show me in red color. That kind of rules I'm talking about. So when you apply conditional formatting, depending upon rules, you need to select this option. Field value, when you are applying conditional formatting on the basis of a single value, like when all 40 make red, when all 70 make green, like that, right? What is
Mm.
gradient? I am saying I have plotted sales on this visual, so I have taken sales because on sales, I need to apply conditional formatting. I am saying lowest the sale, show me in red color because low sale is bad, and highest the sale, show me in green color. And I say okay. So as soon as the size of the bubble is getting increasing, or I can say if the sales is increasing, your bubble color will turn to green.
Oh, okay.
So this is called gradient, right? Understood
Yep.
this conditional formatting?
Yep.
Okay, so this is the map. Now one thing, for example, when I'm putting my cursor here, what I'm seeing in the tooltip, I can see the state, I can see the sales, right?
Mm-hmm.
For example, I have a different requirement. What is that requirement? That whenever I'm putting my cursor here, I want to see the top 5 customers of this state in the tooltip. So that is called customized tooltip. Understood what
Custom.
I'm planning to do?
Yes, got it. Yeah, when you hover the over to that circle, you will get more details.
Right. So top 5 customers of Washington when I'm coming here. If I'm coming here, Florida, I want to see the top 5 customers of Florida, like that. How to do that? So go to a new page, rename it with any name. I'm renaming it with TT, right? These are the steps when you would be practicing through recording. You can write it down, right? So first of
Yes.
all, you need to create a new page. You can rename it, then go to view. In the view, there are this option page view. You can select actual size. As soon as you select actual size, you would be able to see this border, right?
Okay.
After that, go to this section, format, and in the page information, you need to turn tooltip on. So step number 1, create a new page, rename. Step number 2, actual size. Step number 3, turn the tooltip on, right? So 3
Mm-hmm.
steps on this page. Now go back to the map, come to format section, and here in the last you have tooltip, open it, and you connect this with TT, page TT. So what happened? The tooltip of this visual has been connected with the page TT. When you put your cursor here, it is showing you a blank page. Why blank page? Because on the TT page, as of now, we have not done anything, right?
Wow. Okay.
Now, if I am creating this visual here, for example, where I am taking customer name and sales, these are my all customers, but I want to show top 5 customers.
Top five.
So I would be
Yeah.
putting the filter for top 5. So these are my top 5 customers, but these are my top 5 customers for the whole data set, not for any particular state, right?
Yes.
But when this page is connected with the tooltip of that page, that filter auto works. And you
Oh
would be
my
able to
God.
see top 5 customers of each and every state, right? And
Yep.
regarding this size, this is coming very, very weird. What you can do, you can go to page TT, and here this page size you can change. So you have various options: 16 by 9, 4 by 3, letterhead size, tooltip, or custom. You can take custom and mention your own size. Like for example, I am doing letterhead. See the difference. And when you come here, you would be able to see the letterhead size. So size you can control,
Wow.
right?
Yep. This is like completely taking over Excel. Like,
So this is the reason, like, you know what, we are getting like, I think 50 calls daily from the companies who are moving from Excel or Tableau to Power BI. It's not even
Yeah,
Excel. From Tableau also people are moving to Power BI
it
because of the
is.
cost issues.
Yeah, this is like completely like changing the world with all the
Yes.
data that people are looking into it.
It's very interesting. It has n number
Yeah,
of features, n number of features. At the end of all my trainings, I have a checklist and I make sure I have not missed anything because it's very, very difficult to remember each and every till,
true. Agreed.
everything. It's very
Yep,
difficult,
agreed. Yeah.
right? So this is
How did you do it by learn? Did you practice every day? Did you learn every day, or how did you do it?
See, when I was working with MNCs, I was allotted one project on Power BI in 2015 when it actually came in the market,
Came a
right?
market. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, so that time it was like very, very difficult for me. You know, no one was allotted to me that he's the person who is going to teach you. You have to refer to the videos available. And that time, nothing was there on YouTube as well for Power BI because
Yeah.
it was new in the
Yeah.
market.
True.
So I learned by, my own uh, self study and everything. I learned it totally.
Okay. Okay.
And now, whenever there are new updates available, I have to keep myself updated.
True. Yeah.
Because
Otherwise,
whenever you are taking corporate training, any kind of doubt can come and you have to answer.
okay.
Yes, yes. So this is interesting, like a lot of features.
You have a lot of features.
Yes, right. So this is called customized tooltip. This one,
Okay.
right?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Have you done forecasting in Excel, Mithun?
Yes, I did. Budget
Right. So,
forecasting.
okay. So what is the method which is used at the back end in Excel? Like there are two kinds of forecasting. One is like you are doing it manually using your own growth formulas and all that, right?
Yes.
Another
Yep.
one is which is inbuilt in Excel. Which one you have used?
I think I used in building because
Inbuilt.
that's
So what is
yeah
the
2000.
method which is used at the back end in Excel? Like in the front end, we are getting everything automated, right?
Yeah.
So at the back end, regression analysis is used. Okay. So same
Okay.
regression analysis is used here also. So whenever you are forecasting in Excel or you are forecasting in Power BI, you are going to get the same results. First of all, you should be aware of this fact, right? And you
Yes.
should also be aware of the fact that you are using regression analysis, right?
Yep.
Okay. So how to do the forecasting? If I'm taking this line chart here, right? And I'm taking order date and sales, it's giving me my 4 year sales, 14, 15, 16, and 17, right?
Hmm.
And because I have taken the complete hierarchy, I'm getting these options as well. So when you go to this analytics section, in the last, you would be able to see this option forecast.
Oh my God. Okay.
Click on this, and now you can click on add. It is asking you what you want to forecast. So I'm saying I want to forecast for coming 3 years.
Yearly.
So I selected years and I'm saying three, right? And then if you want to ignore a particular year, like for example, now the companies who are forecasting future sales, they are ignoring 2019 and 20 because of COVID.
Hmm.
So there were no sales. Why to consider that year while forecasting? So that is the
Yep.
logic behind this particular field. If you want to ignore some year, you can do that, right?
Hmm.
And what kind of accuracy you want? I want maximum accuracy 99%, and I said apply. So this has been forecasted for me. 18, 19, and 20, it is coming in the gray color. As soon as you go to the tooltip, you would be able to see three figures: forecast, upper bound, and lower bound. Forecast is the actual forecast which has been done. Upper and lower bound is the upper and lower cap, because a forecast can never be very, very accurate, right?
Okay. Yep.
This is for 18, 19, and 20. If you want to see the figures without tooltip, you can click on show as a table. You will be able to see your figures here as well, right?
Okay.
So now this is about year forecasting. What if you want to forecast for quarters? So instead of the whole date here, if I am taking quarters here, will the forecasting work for me? Where your this line go? Because we cannot have quarter five, quarter six, right?
Yep.
So if I go to analytics section now, there is no forecasting option available. because I have taken quarters on the x-axis and it makes no sense to forecast
It
for
makes
that.
no sense. True.
So basically, there is no chance that you are going to make any mistake. Power BI itself has ruled out that option for you, right? Same way, if you are taking, for example, what month here, it's not going to work. If you are taking day here, it's not going to work. Now the question is how to do quarterly forecasting then, correct? This is what the question can be, right? So in
Yeah.
that case, what will you do? You can turn this on,
Drill down.
right? You can turn this on and you can drill down this data point. What happened? It has given you the forecasting for quarter
Quarter
4,
by.
quarter 1. Can you see this?
Yes.
So this way you can use this. And if you drill it down further, you will get your monthly forecasting. In fact, can you see? 1st Feb,
Yep.
1st March, and so on. So now we know how to do yearly forecasting, we know how to do quarterly forecasting or monthly forecasting. Clear with
Monthly.
that?
Yes, I am.
Now one more question. What is the question? The question is why we have these options here, quarter, month, days, and hours, and all that, when we cannot do quarterly forecasting from this section. What do you think? Why we have this option here?
It's just to drill down. I mean, not to drill down.
See, if you want to forecast, for example, for 3 quarters, you do not want to forecast for the whole year. What will you do? Will you write 0.75 here?
No, that doesn't
Will it
make
work?
sense.
Will
No, it
it
won't
work?
work. No,
So
it
in
won't.
that case, you will select quarters and you will say 3. Understood why we have
3.
these options here,
Now got it.
right? So now
Yep.
we are clear with years, quarters, month, and days. What if you want
Got
to
it.
do weekly forecasting? Because that option is not available here.
I think we should put the days and then put 7 on the top.
Okay, what will happen?
So I'll give you the weekly forecast.
But we will not be able to get that because when we go down here in the date hierarchy, we do not have weeks.
That's true.
When you will
Yeah.
drill down, you will not be able to access that week chart. So what is the other way? Did you notice one more option here, Mithul? And what was that option? That option was points. Did you check this last one?
Oh no, I did not.
Okay, so we will talk about this because that is the way of doing weekly forecasting. And nowadays, what happened is like companies have moved totally from quarterly report. They are not creating quarterly report,
Yeah.
either they are creating daily reports or weekly reports because they want to know the insights into their business as soon as possible so that
Yep.
they
Day
can
to
take
day.
the corrective steps, right?
Yeah.
So weekly forecasting is very important because now when you have weekly reports, you need weekly forecasting, right?
Yes.
So how to do it? That is important. So can you think something using Power Query Editor? So if I go to Power Query Editor here, hmm, okay, so database path has changed. Let me change the source. Something happened. Let me just check. So in our data, we do not have discount column, right?
Yeah, we
So
deleted that.
yeah, let me just check the database we have. We do not have it here also. We deleted it there, right?
Yes.
Oh, let's have a blank column. Let's see if it is working. Okay, right. So I'm going to Power Query Editor. Now what happened? The column discount of the table is not found. But here we do not have discount column, right? Why it is not able to locate it?
So we need to fill with some information, right? Then only.
I don't think so.
Just put the random information in there. And then not
It should not give this error now, right? It should not be concerned what is the value in that column.
yeah, that's discount of the table wasn't found.
Removed columns, right? Uh, this is weird. And what if I do not want to refresh? Like, I just want to work with the same data set. Okay, so what is happening is when it is refreshing, it's not able to match the columns.
Okay, but there is no difference in the columns.
That's what, because I have added discount. So let me just give me a minute. Last time also I
Sure.
took it from my email, right?
Yeah.
I sent it to you, right?
Yes, you did. Yeah. Do you want me to? I can send it to you.
Yeah, let me just check, otherwise I will ask.
Okay, sure.
I have downloaded. Let me just check if it is working or not. Can you see my screen, Mitul?
Yes. Oh no, I cannot. Oh yes, I can. I can. I can.
Okay, the data source setting, change source, desktop. Now ideally it is working and should work. Okay, So now what will we do? The table where we have the date, this order date, right? I would be making duplicate column with this. So I created a duplicate column, and in this duplicate column, I am taking my what? Anything you can think on these points? How to do weekly forecasting? So I'm saying week of the month, not week of the month, but week of the year. Like which week of the year, right?
Okay.
Okay,
Wow. Okay. Okay.
right? And then what I want something on x-axis like uh, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, like that, right?
Okay.
So can we plot any visual? If I'm renaming it week number, and then I want something else also. What I want, I'm making one more duplicate column, and this time I want to find out the quarter of the
Of the year. Quarter of the year.
year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now what? For example, I'm just saving this. And here on the x-axis, what I'm taking is week number here, and in values, I'm taking sales, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right? I want to forecast on this. Can I do this? If I go to forecast, and here, now I'm selecting points. And how many points I want to forecast for. Like for example, I want to forecast for coming 4 weeks. So I will say 4, and seasonality. How many total points I have in the year? 52. Understood? Out of 52, I want to forecast for 4. So basically, I've done nothing, but I have given it a ratio kind of thing.
Yeah, four
And
every
I'm
4 weeks.
saying apply. So now it has forecasted for me for the coming 4 weeks. Can you notice the 53,
Yep.
53rd week, 4th, 5th, and 6th, like this? So this is how you can use points. So this is not only for weeks, if you want to make your own intervals as well. Understood?
Okay.
Then you can use this points. So this points has multi uses.
Cool. Okay.
Understood this, how we have managed weekly forecasting? Although you
Yep.
know what, if you will go to Power BI community, somebody has already raised a ticket that we should have weeks in the hierarchy also, so that we get that in drill down. So we have
Then
found out this hack to do weekly forecasting, but again, we do not have it in the drill down or in anywhere in the hierarchy. So anytime soon, week would be added to the hierarchy, and then forecasting will become simple for weeks as well.
okay.
So you can get it and update anytime because it's already there in the tickets.
Yeah. Probably.
Right?
Yep.
Understood how we did it?
Yep. Got it.
Okay. So now, if like each and every business, be it small or big, there is one very, very common question which is asked. And what is that question? That what is the range of your customer? Right?
Okay.
जैसे जो छोटे शॉपकीपर्स होते हैं प्रोबेबली हम उनसे डिफरेंट लैंग्वेज में या हिंदी में क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं कैसे कि कितने तक का ग्राहक आता है राइट लाइक दैट
Mm.
and same question we asked in English and probably using the different words from the big business houses,
Okay.
right? So how
Yep.
to find out that range of your customer, how to do that analysis? So for that purpose, I missed one thing in forecasting, so come back to that part one. If I am taking any other chart apart from line chart, what do you think, will we able to do forecasting? So for example, I'm taking this fourth one and I'm plotting the same information, order date and sales, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going to analytics, I will not get
Yeah.
forecast option.
So it depends on the charts.
Yes, so basically no other chart apart from line chart supports forecasting
Forecasting.
in Power BI. So always use line chart for forecasting because a lot of students of mine came back and they were like, I'm not getting forecasting option in that. So probably I forgot to cover that in the training. So I am telling you.
No problem.
Okay. So scatter chart is the solution to find out that range, right? So for example, in the scatter chart, I am taking customer ID, which is uniquely identifying each and every customer. Then I'm taking profit, and then I'm taking sales, right? I want my profit to be there on y-axis and sales on x-axis. I will tell you why, right? So this one dot is representing one customer, right? This is the zero line. So all the dots or bubbles after this lines are the customers who have given me the profit, and all the customers or all the dots below this line are the customers who have given me the losses, right? So while doing any kind of analysis for making business strategy, we never consider the customers who have given me the losses. It makes no point. So what we do, I will go to this profit and I will say whenever my profit is greater than zero. So it will move my zero line here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So where I have the maximum cluster of bubbles, this section.
Yep.
After this, I have the customers to whom I can actually count on fingers. Very rare. So if I see the range 0 to 7.5 is the range of my customers. When we are talking in terms of sales, this is the sales on x-axis. And these are the customers who have given me only the profit, not the losses. After that, I have very rare customers. So if somebody is asking you this question for this data set, this is the answer, right?
Okay.
This is also called in industry terminology customer cluster identification, right?
Yeah.
If I want to, like you are aware, have I told you cross filtering and cross highlighting?
No.
No.
Actually,
Okay.
yeah. No, no, no. You did not. No, no, no.
Okay. So basically, this is my slicer, right? And this is my one visual, correct? I am
Mm-hmm.
creating another visual, for example, pie, where I'm taking region wise profit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they all are automatically connected by default. We have not
Yep.
connected them manually. Whenever I'm clicking on this light blue, what is this light blue? East. It's only going to highlight East in this visual, right?
Yep.
When I'm clicking on south, south part, this probably will understand better when I remove one of the values like this. If I'm clicking on east, it is the east portions profit basically. West, south, and accordingly. And this is true vice versa also. If I'm clicking on consumer, it is only highlighting consumer in pie. Corporate, corporate, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this concept is called cross filtering and cross highlighting. So each and every visual is just not connected to the slicer, but connected with each other also, right?
Okay.
Right? Okay. Now, can I disconnect any of the visuals with this? I do not want my pie chart to change depending upon the selection in a slicer. So I want to disconnect my pie chart with a slicer. What will I do? I will click on a slicer. As soon as I click on a slicer, I will get these tools, format and data drill, right?
Yep.
So I went to format. In the format, I have this option edit interactions. I click on this. As soon as I click on this, I will get these two symbols on all the visuals. Like these are the symbols, right? These are the
Mm-hmm.
symbols on the top of this. And so basically, if you click on filter, the connectivity is still there. If you click on none, the connectivity has been broken. Did you notice? Pi is not
Yep.
moving now. And whenever you want this back, you can click on this and it would be back. See, so you can disconnect also, right? Clear?
Yep.
Okay. What is this summarize? If I click here on summarize, what happened? A text box has been added in which all the insights have been written in form of sentences. Did you
No
notice?
way. Seriously?
Yes. Can you read it?
Oh. Yeah.
At this much, consumer had the highest profit. So basically, it's talking about this visual. And 121.77% higher than home office, which had the lowest profit of this much. Consumer had the highest profit, consumer accounted for itna much percent profit, consumer had this. So basically, it's only talking about this visual, right? It is
Yeah.
not talking about the pie. What if you want to summarize the whole page visuals? I'm not talking about the report, but I'm talking about you want to have a summary here on the basis of all the visuals of a single page. Because see, we are sensible enough. We are not going to create those visuals on a page which have no relevancy with each other, right?
True.
So on one page, probably we would be doing sales analysis. On another page, we would be doing profit analysis or something of that sort. So we can have a summary of whole visuals also. And that, I think that makes more sense because if we summarize each and every visual, how many text boxes we will have? So how to do that? Can you see this here? Smart
Yeah.
narrative, this visual I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if you click on this, it will give you the summary of all the visuals of the single page, right? And you know what? When I'm clicking on this, I'm I have not selected any visual. If you are selecting this specifically visual and then clicking on smart narrative, what is happening?
It will change it from visual to summary.
Yes. So don't do that because what people do this because they think if I would be selecting this visual and then click on the visual, it will summarize only this. So this is not the case.
That will remove the data.
Right. Right.
Okay. Okay.
So
Wow.
basically,
Okay.
this smart narrative is a wonderful feature we have.
Yeah. I don't need to write anything.
Yes. And you know what? You can edit that as well. Let me just cover that part also.
Yeah. Yeah. You can modify by yourself.
Yes. So basically, for
It's a
example,
text box. Yeah.
no, I'm not talking about text box because
I know
whenever
it's
I
it's
would be
it's like
changing
a
my
text
base
box.
data, I would be changing my base data, this value is going to change, right?
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah.
So I cannot manually edit this value. It makes no sense because it will not remain dynamic.
Okay.
So what you can do, you can click on that value and that is your result. And here there is one tutorial I will provide to you, like how you can connect this visual with the master data. And whenever your master data will change, your value is going to change automatically. You can edit this as well.
Okay.
Okay. So basically I'm just putting reminder for myself as well. There are few steps you need to follow and you can do that as well. So this is called smart narrative. And whenever you are right clicking on this, you are getting this option here also, like summarize. And when you are clicking here, there is no option to summarize. It makes no sense, right?
Yep.
This is one thing. And okay. So if I am creating a pie chart, for example, and I'm taking sales and state, this is not making any sense, right? Like all the pies very, very clustered and all of the same size, correct?
Yep.
So it means pie chart is only good for smaller data set. Smaller data set and as in where we have less number of pies, right?
Yep.
So which is the correct visual to show this kind of information where we have like 48 states in the data set? In US, we have 48 or 49 states, right? So basically
Mm-hmm.
tree map is the solution for that. Clear?
Okay.
Better, right? And when you
Yep.
go to the three dots in tree map, you will not be able to see any sorting option, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because this is the inbuilt capability of this visual that it auto comes in decreasing order. You cannot bring this small box here and this big box here in this corner. You cannot do that. This is the reason sorting option has been removed for tree map. Because the size of the box is decided on the basis of the value being taken here, be it sales, be it profit.
This is called a tree map, right?
Tree map, right?
Isn't it called a heat map?
No. Heat map is there in heat map is that where the color also changes, like from dark
Okay.
to, and we can set the color. So heat map is a conditional formatting concept in Excel, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not a heat map, but this one,
Okay.
right? Now one more question. Like for example, I am taking any visual like this, and then I am taking month and sales. It is showing me my monthly sales.
Okay.
right? But
Yeah.
I do not want to show the full name of the month. I just want JNFEB. So basically three characters, first three characters of every month, like we also write the same way.
Okay.
How to do it? What do you think?
Should be done
If
in
you
the
are going
filters.
to the column tools here,
We can rename the column then.
we do not have anything in the format related to this, right? Because we have the format of date, not of the month, number one, right? And if we are only clicking on the month in the hierarchy, it is not giving me column tools because month is not a column, right?
True. Month is not a column, it's a hierarchy. Yeah.
Yes. And when we are clicking on the column, then there is the format for the date, not for the month,
Date. True.
right? Then how to go ahead with that?
I think we can click on one of the column here and then modify on it or rename in the graph itself, in the bar graph.
Come again, what did you say?
I think we can rename the months in the bar graph. I mean bar itself.
We cannot do it,
We cannot. Okay.
right? So how to do it, that is the question. So again, go to Power Query Editor. I'm telling you a hack. Okay.
Oh boy.
And this
Okay.
time I am going to order table, and in this order table, we had the week number. Same
Mm-hmm.
way, we will duplicate this column, and this time we'll go to date and we will take name of the month, correct?
Okay. Okay.
And then we will apply first characters, three characters, because we just want to show three letters, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
this is what this is, I would say,
Month.
month name,
Yep.
right? Now I need month number also. What will I do? Again, duplicate this column, and I want month number, right? So if I
Mm-hmm.
rename this is my month number, right? So what I do, I just go back there, and instead of taking the month from the date hierarchy, now this time I will take month name from here. So I'm not taking month from here, but from here, correct?
Yep. Yep.
But now what happened? These values have been considered as text values, and now it is sorting them in A to Z order. Understood what another issue happened,
Yeah. It's
right?
in random. Yeah.
Now, how to fix it? So what will we do? Go to data tab, and here we have this, select the table, orders, and select this table. Now select this month name, right? Basically, you need to fix the sorting on this column, month name, right?
Yep.
We need to fix the sorting part for this column. Like this is not working as we want.
We have to start it from A to Z.
Yes.
Alphabet.
Yes, but we do not want that. We want Power BI engine to sort it on the basis of the month number, which is this column, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So I selected this column, and I am saying whenever I'm doing sorting using this, sort by month number. Understood? I have connected these two columns using
Yes.
sort by column option. Now if I go back, fine, it is working fine. Jan to December.
Yep.
So these are the things, like, which keeps coming in Power BI, and you have to learn how to handle these issues,
Yep.
right? So there is a lot many such cases which we have to cover, like one by one. Like this is called custom sorting also.
Mm-hmm.
So some people might call it custom sorting, some column sort by column. Like basically we are connecting two columns, and Power Query Editor will play a big role.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, every time you cannot go to Excel and create a column there. You have to do everything here only using Power Query Editor,
Yep.
right? Okay. So there is one more visual, decomposition tree. If you are taking this, like we have the hierarchies in the companies also, like then we have the director, then associate director, then this manager, that manager. What if you want to show something in hierarchy, right? Like for example, I am taking segment, then I am taking sales. So it is showing me sales divided into three segments. Like branches form में, correct? Then I'm taking region. 3 plus sign have been added here. When I'm clicking on plus, I'm saying open the region. Then the further consumer has been divided into 4 regions.
Yep.
So you can have n number of layers here and create branches. Like if you want to show something like this. And if you go to the library, like you have n number of options when we are talking about tree kind of visual. So whenever you practice, last time also I think I said this, then whenever you are practicing any particular kind of visual, please practice each and every kind of variety so that you explore the availability you have in terms of visuals.
True, but there are so many. I did few for the basics ones. I haven't done the high level
You
one,
know
the one
what?
you just started
If
there.
honestly, if I tell you, if you will practice this way, in fact, मैं भी होती आपकी जगह मैंने भी नहीं किया होता. पता है कब होता है? जब एक्चुअल
तो
में आप
जब
किसी
आप
प्रोजेक्ट पे काम करोगे ना, और जब जरूरत
हाँ,
पड़ेगी
पर
तब
लेकिन
होगा
उसके
ये.
बाद ये लेकिन तब टाइम भी कितना जाएगा? ये तो
Right.
सिर्फ
See,
अभी तो
look
oh
at the
my God,
variety.
that's
Like,
yeah.
so it's like awesome.
I know this is like completely taking over Excel. Like Excel is going to be gone within few years. Looks like
Right.
it.
Right. So basically, this is decomposition tree. And you know what? Have you seen managers when they come to the office in the morning, while settling down on their seats, की bottle इधर रख रहे हैं, lunch रख रहे हैं, bag खोल रहे हैं, whatever, whatever, and along with that, they just keep asking the people around them, कोई sale आया, whatever their field is. HR होगा तो पूछेगा किसी ने resign किया, right?
Yep. Yep.
I have seen this thing in my company where I used to work, and he used to disturb everyone. जो अपना काम कर रहा होता था वो सब अपने अपने काम छोड़ के पहले उसको वो डेटा निकाल के देते थे, right?
Yeah.
But these days the scene is totally different, and probably how can you trust somebody? वो गलत भी तो दे सकता है आपको.
True. Yep.
I always believe कि खुद देखूं,
Yep. True.
right? So what happens is these are one figures you want, like total sales, सुबह से कितना आया, कितना बिका, and all that. So for
Yep.
that purpose, we have visuals here, row card and multi-row card. If you click on row card, in this row card, you can only plot a single figure. Can you see in the fields, we have just one section here.
Yep.
So if you are taking sales, it's going to give you the total sales of the entire data set without any
Data.
filter. And
True.
if you want to filter it out, you can have a slicer, right? But
Okay.
what if you have 4 regions under you and you want to see the sales for all the 4 regions separately? So in that card, the visual next to it, multi-row card, you can use that. In this, you can plot other stuff also. Sales, region. So it's now giving you region-wise sales. This is the reason this is called multi-row card, right? If you want to take one more, you can. Like, did you notice I took segment also?
Yep.
So these are the solution to those managers who are disturbing other people. And I have seen companies, like if I show you this particular report here, let me just open up. Your data confidential नहीं होता है आपका. You can make them open to your stakeholders. What they do, they are just creating this report and publishing on their website. So whenever anyone wants from the company wants to know something like what is the attrition rate, what is the male female ratio, what is the head count, or any kind of stuff, right? They can simply come to the link and see the report. Let it load, I show it to you. See, right? And you can have multiple pages. Can you see we have 15 pages here?
Yep.
So you can publish like this, and whoever wants to know anything, like this is the best way of creating the transparency in the organization, right? If
Wow.
it's not, see, and I have connected this space with these buttons. Whichever button I'm clicking on, I'm getting the respective visual here. So it's like a space saving, right? So that can also be done. So figures like ki total sales kitni ho gayi, profit kitna ho gaya, these are not
Yep.
confidential things. You can always publish your report like this, and everybody in the organization is aware. Simply go to a link, and as soon as you are updating your base data, like on weekly basis or daily basis, this report will get updated here itself,
True.
right? So this is the best way. और वो प्रैक्टिस तो अब बंद हो गया है, वो जो मैनेजर आते ही 2 घंटे खराब करते हैं ना सारे पड़ोसियों के, वो सब बंद हो गया है अब. ठीक है, so this
This
is
is good.
about row card, and that was the kind of report we would also be creating, so that button functionality will also be covered. And how to embed that report in your website. You can share your report on WhatsApp also, email, SMS, website. I will tell you all the ways.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, so practice this much. Then I am
Yes.
just noting down what I need to cover in next session, and then we will plan the class. So when are you planning your next
Sure.
class?
Next week you're busy, right? So we'll do it after that.
My Friday got free, 14th, because of the Makar Sankranti. I got an off from my that corporate project. If you
Okay.
want that the class on that day, I'm totally fine. Otherwise, we can plan it on any time after. Like my Monday got occupied because of that, because that
Oh,
day was shifted to Monday 17th.
okay. So if I'm working from home next Friday, then we can do it on Friday
Yes.
morning. I mean,
So
that way
I'm
the
planning.
way
So I'm planning for
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah. For now,
Mhm.
just planning. I'll let you know next week if I'm working from home. Then we can do the same time what we did today.
Yeah. You can inform me. I will plan accordingly. So as of now,
Okay.
I'm sealing both the slots for you, morning and evening both.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Thank you.
Mitul. All the best. Please practice and
Thank
then
you.
we catch up again.
Sure. All right. Thank you, man.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye.